Hello, hello. Welcome everybody to Hostel Hotties. We have myself and Monique Fell. Unfortunately, Sharon's still out after her surgery, and Jen is with clients. So we are going to talk about what we got going on in this 2026. And you want to start there, Monique, with what you got going on? Oh, okay.
Hey, Donda. How are you?
I'm good. We're in San Diego. We just flew in today, so
Oh, what are
yeah.
you doing in San Diego?
Jim's company has this couples retreat, and they just paid for everything and brought us here. It's amazing. So we're pretty excited
Oh, so
about
it's
it.
like for a retreat?
It's they're paying for everything. We got our own great room and view of the ocean, and we love
You
it.
get to have some fun?
What was that?
You get to do some fun things too?
Yeah. I think we will. Oops, here we go. I'm trying to get this Lisa's thing off here. It was like, we had all this stuff going on, and I'm just okay, there we go. We're the girls have spa day tomorrow, and the guys have a golfing, and then we have a happy hour tonight at 6 and tomorrow night, and then we have dinner after that tomorrow night, and then we got to pick between a few different things, and a bunch of us are going to go to SeaWorld for the day, so and then head back Sunday. So it's
So you're in
really
my
beautiful.
time zone today.
I am. I know. I was like, Jim's like, wait, you don't, it's normally 5. And I'm like, nope, not today. We're in the West Coast all the way. So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you were able to get this turned on and posted because I know this. Sharon usually takes care of the technical side, and with her, she's in the. Our guests or viewers probably don't know, but she's in the hospital. She had a intestine issue
Yeah.
surgery, and so she's going to be out for a couple weeks. Sounds like.
Yeah. She said, I think 3 weeks is what I heard
Yeah.
or saw in her
Yeah.
text. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And we just been traveling. So I missed that text, and I was like, oh, so anyhow, Monique and I decided we're going to get on here and spend some time together since she was my roomie in Boston, and we had such a great time. I guess we weren't quite roomies, but we might as well been. We were together all the time in Boston a little over a year ago, and just I look forward to always talking and seeing you, Monique. You're a smart lady, and we just got a lot in common, and love our real estate. And so, what do you got going this year? What are kind of your goals? Which way are you headed?
So, are you going to be in? Are you am I going to see in March, or are you not going to be in?
I haven't booked my dates or anything on that. What were the dates on that for the
I believe it's 11, 12, 13, maybe 11, 12, 13, 14, something like that.
Yeah, I saw the thing came through with like buying the tickets, but I like four people can go for like $1,200 or something. But
Yeah,
I know it's a great deal, and I'm like,
great. Yeah, yeah.
I just need to. Um, I guess we just need to book it, and it's up in Colorado, right?
In Aurora, Colorado, at the Gaylord. So
Okay.
Pace is having an event. It's called the Squad Up, and he's bringing the entire community to meet, kind of like a family reunion. You know this, like a family reunion, and anybody who's interested in the sub two or being involved is invited to come. So there's tickets that you would want to check to see if it's in your. They have some sort of special going on right now. I think only until the 14th.
Yeah, I
And
think they're pretty cut off here pretty quick. Yeah, it's coming up really quick.
yeah, and four
Yeah.
people can get on the sub two or the just create a title and get on his jam sessions, and somehow you can connect with 4 different people and really get a good price for the tickets. So yeah, it's going to be kind of fun this year. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to meet some good people and possibly even be on stage with Barbara Cochran, who is she's the Shark Tank lady with the real estate, and she's going to be there this year. And it looks like we get to potentially some people get to do like a possible like a Shark Tank deal type of thing with her, and we have some things going on that might work out. We'll see. See,
Yeah. Be
but it's
kind
really
of
exciting.
fun to see how that plays out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Are
We
you
have a
planning?
huge aviation community that we're working. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask if you plan on hopefully being on stage. You guys kind of work
I mean, you never know what's going to happen in this world of ours, but I mean, it'd be fun to meet her. It's fun to have an opportunity. We have a big, huge aviation community that we have a team that we're working on, this community, and we have positioned it so that it is pretty diverse. Oh, you're going to see my dog here.
I know. I see an ear. I just see an ear. Aw, she is. Oh, you got her little purple vest on. Oh, she's so sweet.
She is. She's an interesting character. She's like, okay, that's not usually where I sit. Wait a minute, I'm gonna get right. So we have an aviation community. So we have an airstrip on a piece of property, and we are building it out to be this really robust. I guess there's a need for like aviation communities. We're going to be building houses with hangars, and it'll be a restaurant that the neighbors can go to, as well as people can fly in to do like they call them hamburger lunches. The aviation community does. They go in, they just have lunch together, and they fly out. There's going to be like an event center, owners club, probably clubhouse, and we're also setting aside some area for veterans, so that veterans would be able to work on the property. There's jobs, there's work, there's everything for them, and housing, good prices for some housing for them. And it's going to be also like a park that there's a hiking area, and so it kind of is a very well-rounded. It's going to, I believe it's 135 acres.
So it's kind of almost like its own little town in a way.
Yeah, it's going to be built out all the way around that with condos, and houses, and a private school one spot, and and there's a lake on the property. So it's pretty robust project that we're working on, and they're building up. We've already got some of the lots pre-sold even already before we've even done the entitlement on the property. And it's been in the family that owns it for, I don't know how many years, but a long time. And then the gentleman who owns it now, he's getting older, and he kind of wants to travel with his wife. So he decided he wanted to sell it. And because the way that we're positioning to build it out, we're not just coming in and developing it. We're really thoughtfully putting a lot of heart and soul into the project. He's excited to sell it to us and to have us work on it, and we're going to be naming it after his family, Shepherd's Landing. So
that's a great
it's going to be a very fun project, and we're excited about it. I got a really great group of people, amazing people that we're working with to build this out.
How many of you are involved? Because there's got to be so many different aspects of this thing that it's like one person just, that's what's so neat about communities and stuff in this. This allows you to do something amazing where otherwise you're just doing like a single fix and flip, because how do you expand on something like that without these amazing people? So how many people are involved, and what's your role in this?
So we have several different people, and I run a pretty robust water restoration company, orchestrating teams and building them out. I'm a GC. Also, we build out houses all the time, and somebody gets a fire in their house and it burns down to nothing, and then we're rebuilding the whole house and taking all the water damage if there's water damage. Which most fire burned down houses have water damage too, because you got to put the fire out with water.
Right,
so there's a combination of water and fire, and a house is burned down by a fire. But then we also do the water restoration too, and the house gets ruined by water, just plain old water that came through the house, whether it be an overflow of a toilet or a sewer backup or a dishwasher that leaked or a washing machine, and then we'll rebuild the part that was damaged, also the flooring and the walls in different areas. So we do that all the time. And so we have an architect that's coming in, and he's doing all the design work. He's amazing. He's worked on private airplane places, and he is super creative. And so he's kind of signed out, hey, this and this and this with the land. We've got other GCs that we're working with, as well as we got to orchestrate it, and we got to keep running it afterwards with the HOA and the sales process and the marketing components, and then the vision of the whole thing, and bringing in the veterans for the veteran housing. So we've got at least, there's a core group of about 5 of us. have other people that are also, like, we have a consultant who's a pilot in the group, and what's happening is other people are coming to us with other aviation communities to build out. So we'll
Oh,
sister them on to this property. So we'll be building a whole robust aviation, uh, not just community, but it'll be global type of aviation, uh, fly-in type of communities that we'll be able to build. And those will have different teammates depending on where we get the land and where it's, we got two that we're vetting right now in Idaho. We're looking at a place in Australia. So there's a couple different things
wow.
that another place in in Florida that would be really close to where we're at. So there's a lot going on, a lot of team players here. There's the funding process too that we're all not all of us, but some of us are participating in gathering funds. I just went to an event in San Francisco, actually, close to where you're at, kind of.
Yeah.
Last weekend, it's called Jetson Capital, and we met a bunch of family office people, and we met with a lot of people who are either investing or need investing. We've also got funds available and a pretty big fund that we are working with. So yeah, it's a pretty group of people that I'm working with. So, and without this community, I would never have been this involved with this type of thing.
Yeah. I can definitely see that. I mean, like you said, just, how do you dream so big? You got to have people involved and stuff. Are you guys going to have gas like there because they're going to need to fuel up when they come in, or how does that all?
We have talked about that. I don't think I personally have the logistics of that portion of it yet, but it is something that we're looking at to see what we have an actual plane company that wants to do a event surrounding this particular property, because then they would could fly us in or out just to kind of more planes. And then we have
Oh, you still there? It looks like you froze up. I don't know if you can hear me, Monique. You froze up. You're frozen. It's still, yeah. Are you in a bad area maybe? Because I know you're on the road, but I can't. You're definitely froze. Oh, all right. So Monique, we'll probably try to come back on and just give her a few minutes and see if we can get her back on here. Here she's coming, and she's back. You there? There she is.
I'm here.
Yep. That's better.
I'm gonna lose you again, probably for about. I think I'm gonna lose you again for like 4 or 5 minutes. So I'm in an area that might be a little tough when we're driving.
Okay.
You'll be talking to yourself, Donda.
I'll bring my husband on. He can talk with me.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. He's just working on a scaffold project over here. So he's waiting for me to go down with the group. But yeah, there's quite a few of us that came for this event. So they had 2 big buses come pick us up at the airport. So it was.
Oh, wow. That sounds like fun.
It is fun. I think you'll have a good time meeting some of the gals, the wives that I haven't met before and stuff. So, but anyhow, about the aviation thing and your gas, you said that's something you guys are kind of have to work through, and those kind of things you'll find out as you're building this out that you'll probably need to incorporate. Or is it going to be like a membership thing too, for if you own a piece of land somewhere, you can use these other airports, or is there a membership thing to it, or is it just
That's a really good idea and a really good thought process. And we have kind of talked about what that would look like to be able to go to the other communities. That we haven't got all of that part mapped out yet. So it's kind of still in the process of we've got the whole design and everything, but still in the process of how do we want to formulate every single aspect of it. But yeah, that's definitely something in our wheelhouse.
Yeah. I've just never heard of anybody doing anything like this. So that's pretty exciting.
It's very needed. I mean, we're hearing all over, there are so many pilots and so many people that they don't that they really, really want that in their community, and they don't
Yeah.
have it. It's not available. So
Yeah.
it's definitely a very niche market, but a very needed market too.
Yeah. So when you
So we're
guys,
forging away.
yeah, when you're doing this, though, you also have to like be aware of like the rules for the sky, and you have to make sure that where you're buying your land and doing this is like you get that approval from what an aviation. What I mean, what do you have to do for that? That seems really,
So
you
this
know.
particular property, and what we're doing mostly is we're buying properties that already have airstrips on them
Oh,
and
okay.
already have that clearance to do that. Because
Okay.
otherwise, and I don't know the details, but I believe every and they um,
Oh, this might be the area you're talking about. It kind of froze up again. I don't know if you can hear me. I see you, but you're frozen. I don't know if you can try to come back on or if you're just in that bad area. It's really exciting what you're trying to do here. It kind of want to hear about what you're doing, but you're froze. I still don't hear you, hon. Oh, there she goes again. Well, let's see what time we're like 4:20 into this here on the west side. And yeah, I would love to chat some more with you guys. Jim and myself, we are in San Diego with his PCI group, and we're doing a lot of traveling with family and doing some stuff. But our goal for this year is going to be helping more people with more properties and getting into some more sub-2 deals and helping families like with lease options and get them financing so that they can buy their first homes. So, but I was just kind of filling them in, Monique, what we're kind of doing, what Jim and I are. But yeah, kind of fill us in some more.
yeah.
We lost you again on your amazing aviation thing you got going on. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you're just in a bad area. Yeah, I don't think there you are. Now you're moving again. It's kind of
Am I back?
a little choppy though. Yep, I
It's,
hear
I
you
think it's
now.
about, I gotta get, I'm almost out of another light, and then after that light, it should be good.
Oh, okay. All right, right on.
Maybe.
But you were saying
Might be
about
choppy
those
till then.
aviation areas, you're just buying places that already have the strips so that you don't run into the other.
I have a strip.
Yeah.
They've already been approved, because it could take, every state's different. It could take a lot longer to get those things approved, and so we're definitely vetting that part of it before we jump in.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah,
just gotta
it's
have,
been really a fun little ride.
you just gotta have enough property to be able to utilize, to be able to do what you want to do, even though if it's got a strip, if it's not enough property, then it's
Oh
not
yeah,
something.
100%.
Yeah. But people could
You know,
bring deals to you, like if they're aware of something that, you guys, I don't know, are you just
Oh, yeah.
anywhere in the US, or you have like specific kind of areas you're looking for? Oh, I can't hear you right now.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you now. So what kind of areas are you guys
We're
looking for?
pretty
I know you said
open to any area.
fun, but
I'm sorry.
I said you did mention Australia though, so it's not just the US you're looking at, but
Yeah, definitely. But definitely we want to make sure that the communities that need it the most are, and we've been told Texas is one of them, and of course, California people are flying in and out. There's another one in San Francisco that we're considering. So there's still we're looking at anywhere that has the landing strips that looks like a piece of land, and then we'll kind of vet it to see if it fits the criteria that we're looking for. Meaning it could change and it could add or take away, and we have to figure out the owners and what they want to sell for, and what's built out around it, and making sure that it's viable. Can we sell the lots ahead of time? and making sure that it's really something that people are going to want to come to
Right.
and live at and it's needed in that particular community. So if it has an airstrip, yeah, definitely give me a shout out.
Yeah. With like a minimum of how much land would you say? You guys have a minimum you're looking for?
I don't know that I have an answer for that right now. Our first one started out at 44 acres
Okay.
and then it just kind of kept building to 135 acres. So I wouldn't think we want to go too awfully smaller than that.
Right. So 45, somewhere in there, in that ballpark. Yeah. And then even if that person only has that, maybe the neighbors or somebody around there has land to sell too. So that can definitely expand it.
And that's how this started out is we had the 44 acres and then expanded out as we began to map out the project because the neighbors all around this particular property, they didn't want a developer to come in and just develop a bunch of condos. So they were holding on to the properties. But then once they found out what we were going to be producing, it made sense for them. Hey, now they're ready to sell. Now they're ready to let the property go because they know it's going to go into a good development where there's going to be better living that they can work on any of the, because there's going to be a commercial component. So they can work on any project on the property that maps out, whether it be they're working at the hangars where the pilots are, the restaurant, helping with the other owners who own the hangars and they have airplanes that need work or something. So it's definitely something that is going to be diverse.
Mm-hmm.
And with the lake and the hiking around the lake too, there's that area where they can go and do all of the nature stuff. And then there's a school close by that they can tap into, the whole community. So it's definitely, something that the current landowners that owned property at first were so open to once they saw what we were putting together.
That's awesome. So you finding the people wanting to buy, is it because like he's got the husband or wife has a pilot's license and they travel a lot for work and they just want to be able to have everything right there. They don't have to drive to the airport and stuff. Is that what it is? Or more for recreation? What are you finding that the people wanting to buy there? What's your key buyers? What do they look like?
I think it kind of is a combination, but mostly I believe that it's pilots because it's nice to be, if you're going to have a plane and you have a license, to be able to fly home and land right there where there's no driving or anything like that. And not just that, but there's a restaurant on the property. There's an event center. There's going to be a convenience store. So everything is just right there, nice and bottled up for them. So they have all the amenities really close by to where they're going to be. And why not, right? So it is mostly people who are really interested in planes and aviation.
Yeah.
There are so many. I didn't realize there were so many people that were so interested in planes and communities and flying into their home. So yeah, there's not enough of them.
That is interesting. I hadn't heard that either. So are you guys using any AI stuff to like do your research or integrate this? I know with real estate, we're talking about how, I don't think AI is going to take over, like agents' jobs and stuff, that you can't go replace them, but it does help like with marketing and things like that. So are you using anything yet with AI on this type of adventure?
At this point in time, we're not using AI. Oops, I'm gonna. Oh no, I lost you.
I can hear you.
Can you see me?
I can't see you, but I can hear you. Oh, she went away again. Yeah. She should be right back. I'm sure of it. But yeah. So everybody, my husband, I don't know what he's doing over there. You can come say hi to everybody?
Nope.
He's like, nope. No. I don't know why he's camera shy. All right, there you are. Now I can see you.
Yeah. I can't say that we're using any AI right now. I can't say that we won't be using it later on for some of the marketing stuff. And as
Right.
it begins to, roll, more AI becomes available and more AI becomes known, we want to be able to, utilize it in any way possible that we can. So yeah, definitely.
Right. Yeah,
I know
I
that.
think.
So I'm also doing a lot of mobile home parks.
Ah,
We're vetting a lot of mobile home parks, and with that, we are kind of using more AI because that's more of a thing where we're researching the property. Whereas this one, we have an architect who is well versed in the aviation space, and he spent a lot of time talking to the homeowner, talking to people, as well as vetting the community and the land and the design that needs to be built out over there. And it wasn't as much of an AI thing, but with the mobile home parks, we can type in everything about the mobile home park and know everything about all around the land and everything that's going on and what the viability is of that particular property that is already a mobile home park or an RV park, and be able to get more intel with AI on that property.
yeah.
Plus,
Are you guys
evaluate the property.
right? What kind of AI system are you using? I know there's multiple ones out there.
My favorite right now is Claude. I've used Grok and Perplexity, ChatGPT. So I use all of them when I can, but I've got my favorites that I use too.
Yeah. Yeah,
Are
because they
you
all
using?
do a little bit different things. I mean, some things specialize in something, and something else is a little bit different for something else that you might need to do. And I don't know
Yeah,
if people understand that's how the AI is. There's not really one stop shop with them. I mean, you'll find ones that do better for the marketing, one that does better research. And yeah, I know they're trying to dial them in to where they're better at that, and you have less of that need to go out and about. But there's definitely something I learned about AI, and they definitely have each one has a strong point. But
well, the really cool thing that I'm finding with AI right now is I've got one person in my community, and she has built out like her own VA almost. Like it can do. It
yeah,
has its own email. It has its own login to all of her systems, and it can log in and do things for her on a daily basis. And then there's agents and there's chat GPTs. And we were just talking at the office today about having a chat GPT. So we work with insurance companies.
right.
And when we work with insurance companies, they have certain criteria that we need to follow that they want us to follow.
Right.
Now, and then we have referral partners, plumbers who bring us jobs that they want us to take care of. And so when we're talking right now about putting a chat GPT, which is a separate entity inside of chat GPT, together for each like insurance company and their criteria and what they need to get. They need a dry logs, they need pictures of this, and they need video of that, and there's different expectations in order to show them, hey, this is the damage, this is what we believe happened, and here's where we're going, here's our plan going forward. And being able to use that in a way that's automatic, and it would all be like let's use I don't know, Liberty Mutual, and we took
Mm-hmm.
all of their criteria and we plugged it into its own personal chat GPT. So it's all about Liberty Mutual, and it knows it so well. Then we go to Liberty Mutual, say, hey, here's what's going on this property. What do you recommend that we want to give to the insurance company, and make sure that we're following their criteria, because you got to go to the manual book anyways. So
Right.
having all mapped out on a chat GPT is even more like exciting. It
Yeah.
cuts down the time of the late.
100%. Yeah, because I mean, it can basically read the policy and tell you right about boom, boom, boom. You'll know. You're like, okay,
And more accurate.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's easy for us when we're reading stuff to miss things, and your brain doesn't register like this chat GTP and stuff. So you'll just have like a name for each one of them, just like, oh, we got our Stacy Frank for State Farm or whatever, and then you'll have that, hey Stacy, whatever you can call your chat, whatever you want to call it, right? And just have one for each of the entities. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
But AI
Yeah.
is evolving, I know, and it's growing, and it's in every industry. There's going to be ways people are worried about losing jobs, but the way I see it is the way I see it. The reason I didn't go in that real rough, the reason I haven't gone in is because they're going to start barking. So, the way that I see it is it's just going to continue to evolve to the point where people are still going to need to um, be there to man the AI, to tell it what to do, to guide it, to make it better, and it'll think for us to a certain level, but it'll also make us smarter at a certain level.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll help enhance things and like you said, to have it in an assistant, you're like, oh, I'm at that level where I think I should hire an assistant, but I really can't afford it. Well, now you can do it pretty cheaply to get a business growing, and help you out a lot where you're like, oh, they're flaking out or they're not showing up. But
Well, I'm sure, Donda, you remember back in the day when we didn't have websites weren't a thing, right?
no,
And they said, oh, you better get a website before you grow out of it or before everybody takes. And we're like, what are you talking about? Why is that important? But now, what? If you don't have a website, it's like where have you been? You put your head in the sand, or what's going on?
right? And so everybody will eventually have a personal assistant to do those things that you don't like doing, and the little mundane things that would free up a lot of your time. Yeah.
Well, and it's not even about what you don't like doing as much as it is also about the fact that it's like not just what you don't want to do, but also about what can make you more efficient.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Better use of your time.
I see here. Oh, uh-oh. Can you see me?
I see you just fine.
Okay, something happened.
I see you and I hear you. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There we go. So it looks like somebody did a comment here for us. I use ChatGPT to construct instructions that other AI platforms understand what I want to create. Ooh, I like that. That's pretty. See, I like doing stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great tip. That's a good tip, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I started using one, and I'm working with an AI guy that I met at his business club, and we're creating something kind of similar with insurance and stuff, so that we're trying to help these dentists because there was one there, and I even talked to him, and I used to kind of became my specialty because nobody wants to deal with insurance, and I don't blame them. It's a pain. It's time consuming.
Yeah.
And this dentist said that, yeah, he loses a lot of money every year for unpaid claims. That just nobody has the time to, because there's a stat, I don't know about with the floods and stuff, but there's like a period of time that they allow you to set in a claim. And if you don't send it in, then they just like, nope, after that grace period's up, your claim, it's just done. You're just out of pocket.
Really? Is that like, do they have like a short window or is it a long window?
It's a year for primary insurance, and then if they have a secondary, because it took a while for the primary to actually pay, it's a year and a half for the secondary. But if you've got some track record of you showed that you sent things and things didn't go easy and it drug over a year, then you can extend it because you actually sent it. But if like they send it right after the patient left and then they don't get back to it after, and I've worked at offices where you walk in and looked at this stuff and it's like, okay, this is not good. You've got like thousands of dollars that's just hasn't been, and it's usually there's a simple mess up, that just needs to be wrong birth date or something like that. So anyhow, yeah. What is this other one? AI often does its own thing and not what you ask for, but ChatGPT will create text other than AI will understand. I've got 90% success. That's awesome. Yeah. At UK Medic.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're basically training your bot, whatever, to get things dialed in. And yeah, I know they always say be careful that they like to kind of hallucinate. And so you have to like be sure it's facts, be sure you're doing. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. And it sounds like what this comment over here from one of our people who are watching is they're talking about that that they do have hallucinate basically and do their own thing, but they can talk to each other in a way that's more understandable. I like that. I hadn't heard that before.
Yeah, there's some really good tips. Do you know who this person is? Oh.
UK Medic. I do not.
Yeah, I don't either. Well, UK Medic, thank you. You sound like you're kind of in the know with this chat thing. So it'd be fun to even have you on here and see what you can teach us one day. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of funny that you're working with AI with insurance companies when, we work with insurance companies every day, all day. And I love that, to be able to be a part of that and figure out how to make sure that people are getting paid the way they should. It's kind of nice because it's a big deal. It's hard it's a lot of work. It's a lot of negotiations and working, hey, what are you happy with? What you're not happy with? And that sort of thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Be working with an office just to see how they've tried it with one other system. They said they didn't really have it dialed in yet. So we're working on it. But the other thing too is our Maricopa Casitas in the Arizona area. We haven't even been marketing it or anything, and it's just been doing really good with leads. So, but I really want to take that and start playing with it and chat, And
wait, what is that? Tell me about that.
Maricopa Casitas, building ADUs.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So we've gotten a lot of leads off of it. Just like I said, we're not advertising, we're not doing anything. It's just the way our guy who set up our webpage, we're just like getting like 5 to 6 leads a week. So that's without market. So that's really good. So we just
is that you building out ADUs for people on their properties?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're just trying to turn those into, more. I would just want to do more and expand more in that area too, because those are a big need for people because you find a lot of people are wanting to move their mom into it, or their kids are growing up and their kids can't afford their own place. And so they're putting the kids in that. And some people are just doing it for extra income and then rent them out so that, part of their retirement plan. So there's a big need for those ADUs, or like Arizona is called casitas. So I work with Native American Air Ambulance out of Mesa, Apache Junction. Oh, well, cool. Yeah.
I love it. I have a friend in San Francisco who builds out ADUs, and it's definitely, and now the new laws for the ADUs, that's probably super needed for you guys to do that.
Oh yeah. It's really easy. I mean, when we moved down there, they really opened that up, and depending on the size of the lot, some people can even put 2 on there, I guess. Now there's just the need for housing, just to make it affordable for people and a place to live. They don't always need a big space. This person's condo overlooks the Superstition Mountains. Oh, those are beautiful out there. That's out east. We're up in Surprise right now. We were down in Scottsdale for a short time, and Tempe, and then Ahwatukee. So we've kind of been hitting the whole valley. We are definitely looking back to get back in that area though, in the southeast area. So yeah, well, that's cool. We got a new friend here, UK Medic. He works for the Native American Ambulance out of, wow, that's really cool. Yeah. So anything else you got going on, Monique?
Oh, there's always something. We're looking at data centers also. My whole team looking at building out data centers. I'm still in the research portion of that, but if anybody is doing data centers, we're definitely that's in our wheelhouse. It's just really, when I was at the Desert Capital event in San Francisco, I met several people doing that, and some people have the land, some people are building it out, some people have the end user. So we're putting all that connection together on land, and we've got funding for land. So we're looking to make sure that data centers are going to be huge, as and more needed. That's AI becomes bigger.
Mm-hmm. Jim's clients, a lot of them PCI, that's a lot of their clients is data centers.
Really?
Yeah, the chip manufacturing data centers are their main. Oh, fun. Yeah, they're doing a lot of build there in the Phoenix area and stuff. Yeah, they've got these data centers people like Arizona, you got to have a lot of water to cool. Well, they've got ways that they are able to reuse the water over and over and over. Like 90% of the water is reused over and over and over, so that you're not depleting the water sources in these areas. So people have created things to make it happen. And yeah, data centers are a huge, huge thing, especially with this AI stuff going on. Yeah.
So are you doing anything else other than that or have you thought about data centers in any way?
I haven't, but I just never thought of something commercial like that. I just haven't, but that's not, got a connection now. So maybe we should talk some more about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because those buildings are huge. I mean, you drive by them and you're just like, what is that? That's just another data center. We're like, that 303, they're in the Phoenix area. It's they're calling that, what do they call it? What it was, over there in California, they used to have that one valley. What they call that? It was kind of when Microsoft and all those guys first came out, computers were coming out. Silicon Valley. Yeah, I was like, this is going to be the new, the new valley. And they have that 3 off of 10, and then 303 just whips around, and it's just filling up with all that kind of stuff going on along there. A lot of growth out there. So,
well, it looks like UK Medic is talking about Google are building a huge data center at our airfield. Are you referring to UK or are you referring to Arizona, UK?
Yeah, the Superstition Mountains area out there.
I'm back in the UK now, so.
Yeah. See what he responds. Yeah, I know, like Jim's all over the valley. He's like, we're up in Surprise, but he'll be down there. Okay. Oh, here in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting, yeah. I mean, they're going to be worldwide.
Yeah, they are all over.
Yeah.
Google's going to be everywhere with these.
Mm-hmm.
Not just Google, Meta. There's a few others too.
Yeah, I don't know who all is. Are you talking about just when you build these? Are you guys talking about building them and then leasing them out to these companies? Is that what you're talking about?
Correct. Yeah. Yep.
It makes sense. That's a good niche.
Well, especially if your husband is kind of already building or working with people that are building.
Right. Yeah. They go in.
Insider information.
I know, right? Who needs what and where are they planning on going next?
That's right. You're good at that, Donda.
Well, and Jim talks to everybody, and he takes donuts, and he'll stop by his site, and he's be like, friends and stuff. Oh, I made a new friend. I'm like, well, now I have like, oh, why don't you start asking some of these questions? Here's a list.
Yeah.
Where are they going next? What do they want to do? Yeah.
So how you doing with the business club? You attending the business club meetings over there in Arizona?
Yeah. Once a month.
And Nick and
they're doing a great job. Courtney and Johnny aren't involved anymore. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, they're also friends and stuff. I think they just went a different direction.
Okay.
And but we had a great Saturday. Not this Saturday. It was the Saturday prior. They did a first class, and it was amazing. It was really, really good. So I was really excited.
Was where they did their little workshop, right?
Oh, yeah. Thank you, UK. I see you said, nice meeting you ladies. It's nearly 1 a.m. So yes, it's bedtime. You have a great time, and hopefully
maybe we'll come visit you in the UK one day.
Yeah, can you get back to Mesa? Right? I love that. Cool. But where were we going with that? I was
I was just asking about how the business club was going and how are you getting a lot of. I know that there was I forgot her name. That's the Deidre. She goes in and she flies in.
Yeah, once a month she flies in.
Yeah.
She wasn't there for the Saturday thing, but she flies. I have not missed it. She's been at every one I've been to on Wednesday nights.
She has, my understanding, is running quite a few businesses. So
yeah, I want to say, gosh, was it like 16 or something? She's got several businesses she's running. I don't, that I've never really talked with her to find out. We should have her on here though.
I would love that. I've actually been thinking about that. So let's do that. Let's have her come on and see if we can interview her, because Monique is running, super organized lady. I've heard nothing but great things. So yeah, I've talked to her for a while.
Have that many businesses to run that much? That's a lot.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
gotta be organized.
Well, you know what it's like just to run your business.
Yes, I do. I do. You have to have the right people. It comes down to having the right people, but also about leadership and being able to be a leader that can lead and not get emotional and be able to let go, because that's one of the most I find so many business owners, probably the hardest thing they have to do is to let go and know that it might not be their way as they think is the right way, but it's going to get done, and trust your team and trust that you can train them to do things. You know, we don't all think alike. So there's going to be some
No.
variances, and it may only be 80%, but that's okay, because now you can go and do this portion of the business and you can grow this portion, or you can solidify that portion and do different things. Like we're opening divisions all the time, working to open divisions, but the more I can lean on my team to be able to train them, then the more successful we can be too, instead of me trying to do it all.
Yeah. Yeah. And don't you just realize, I mean, it's like nobody ever told you to, like, they always just taught us growing up was like, if you're going to have a business, you just basically got to work really hard at it. Not what we're learning now, and not how to work with communities and different people and share a piece of the pie with them,
Yeah.
Makes life a lot less stressful, and it's a lot more fun. It's not like, I had a friend that he had a business he sold at the age 40, and he goes, I was bored. He goes, if I would have built a business with a bunch of my best friends and then we all retired at the same time, then it would have been a lot more fun. And he goes, I shouldn't have did it like that. And it's like, yeah, it makes sense. He's like, yeah, I'm bored. So he started another business because he was bored.
Exactly. And that's kind of what this community is all about too, is the community you and I are in. It's like about building friendships, and we're all building businesses, and we're all building real estate investing, and we have a very commonality together, and we're all hang out together and have fun. And it's about having fun. The whole community, the aviation community that we built, was based on let's have fun. Yeah. It doesn't have to be something that, stresses us out. It's about having fun and enjoying it and finding the pockets that make sense that people need,
So how did that even come to fruition? Was it with this architect person that says there's a lot of need for this, or how did that even, it's like an idea has to come from somewhere for some people to like, oh, let's take and run with that. How did that even come about?
Donda, first of all, I give credit to, God. I think we're at the right place all the time. And Susan Caspers and I, we spend a lot of time on Zooms training other people real estate investing. And through that process, somebody got on and said, hey, I got this piece of land. It has an airstrip. I don't know what to do with it. I might just let it go. And we're like, wait a minute. Because on our other Zoom that we work with people, we happen to be connecting with somebody who had a lot of funding available. And they needed it they had it for land. So let's chat, just kind of see. And we just chatted back and forth with different people, and then somebody else had a team member that was an architect, and let's bring them in, let's see what we can do with this. And it's just started out being this project that let's enjoy it and see where it can go. And as we brought on experts in different areas, it began to expand, and the dream became a reality. But it wouldn't have done that had we just tried to do it on our own and try to figure it out and keep it to ourselves type of thing. So it was more, the more the merrier. Let's share it. Let's figure out who is an expert in different areas that we aren't, and put together a plan. And this architect has been a huge player in the design process of it, and understanding the market and understanding the piece of land and what's possible on that, and was able to take the vision and put it into reality. So, and having those type of people that you work with, they all have such gracious and good hearts, and having the people that think like you do and have that mentality too makes a big difference.
Are they all in the community, or are they just people that know that the smaller groups, the community, but they've like, well, I know an architect, or I know this other person, or are they involved in the Pace's, one of Pace's communities?
So predominantly, they were the beginning was everybody was involved in Pace's community, but within that, they had team members who were not necessarily in Pace's community, but knew of it because like my team members on my company, they know I'm involved with, like I'm hosting a creative tour here in Seattle
When's that
next,
coming up?
yes, Friday the 17th, or sorry, Tuesday the 17th of February from 6 to 9. And so my whole team members, they all know about Pace. They are coming to the event to have it. We're gonna have a table there, and I want them to come and learn about creative, real estate
Nice.
investing.
I
Give
think
them
that's
that
awesome.
opportunity, but also they'll be there talking to people and connecting and networking, and so they all know. And so the same thing, we have people in our owners club and in sub 2, but they have connections with people that they run teams with that
Right.
oh man, this would work perfect for this. This person knows about that, and let's bring them in the fold. And so it's kind of grew into something else.
I love that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
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 Well, it sounds like you got a lot going on this year. And yeah. And then Tuesday, where's that going to be at? Is going to be
So it's going to be on Foss Waterway in Tacoma. I believe it's 700 Dock Street is the address. And from 6 to 9. And then Pace will probably be pulling up right after we'll start networking and stuff. And then Pace will come in and he'll either make some phone calls or he'll just connect with people. And we got a little statue of Dick Tracy that we're going to take some pictures at. So it's going to be kind of fun thing to do.
nice.
Yeah. We'll have like treats, like sweet treats and some water and stuff like that for people to enjoy while they're there. But it's mostly about networking, connecting, collaborating, building partnerships in real estate investing. We're all about that. It's not do it on your own. We're not in competition. There's so much out there. So find your team players who have giftings that maybe you don't have, that can be somebody that that's going to help expedite what you're doing versus trying to hold it to yourself and not ever go anywhere.
Right.
Like my brother and I, he's good at pulling the trigger. I'm good at making sure the details are right. So he runs through the forest, knocking the trees down. I'm going behind and picking them up. And if he didn't have me, he probably wouldn't do as well. If I didn't have him, I wouldn't do as well. It works.
Yeah, you definitely need that yin and yang to do that, because like we Pace and them talk about, the visionaries, they have all these ideas and dreams and stuff. They don't have the fortitude to sit still long enough to actually make it come to fruition,
Exactly. Or no, understand, they see that picture, but they don't, all the details behind that, there's a lot. There'd be a lot involved.
That's why it never takes off, because they don't even know where to start. That's just not the way their mind works. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. They're good at painting the dream.
Yep. Definitely.
So tell me about I know we're getting close to the top of the hour, but tell me a little bit about how did you get involved with the ADUs? How that kind of like the door kind of open with that? And
yeah, Jim was building those in the Portland, Oregon area, and then we moved. Okay. COVID hit, and there was he didn't want to deal with it. Was just Portland got really, really, really weird, I would want to say, and a lot of laws that they were passing were like, oh my gosh, these are just legalizing drugs that shouldn't have been legalized, and saying kids that didn't know how to read or write should still be able to graduate because it was racist. There was just a ton of stuff, and we're like, okay, we're out of here. And so then we ended up moving down into the Arizona area, and we were doing some fix and flips there and stuff. And then we got over to the Phoenix area, and it was like they had just started. They hadn't actually started it yet, but they said it was in the news that they were going to be approving to let people to start doing like they do in Seattle area and other busy cities to have build ADUs. So that wasn't a thing yet there. So he's like, oh, Maricopa Casitas. I'm going to just grab the name and get a .com. And he did. Yeah. And he created a web page and everything before it ever was like, okay. And then it was like that November 8th or 10th or whatever. And he had already had it all created ready to run with it. So yeah.
I love that. That's so cool.
Yeah. So yeah, he had a vision there. And right now we're just basically doing lead gen, and probably maybe even part with my GC, the guy that I've done fix and flips with, and talk to him about, you just want to partner up and let's just take this thing and run with it, because we're really is getting some momentum, and we just need to take it to the next level. So
that's great.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, just, timing, you see an opportunity, and whether you take that opportunity and run with it, or I guess it's just, he could have talked about it and never done anything with it. So, but he did. So, and it's not that expensive to get a web page and, get the domain name and stuff. So he's like, nothing else. We'll see what happens. So yeah, it's well, so we'll definitely build something with that as well. But, there's so many things out there. There's so many opportunities, and there's so many different directions you can go in the real estate game. I mean, look at you guys with the the airplane hangars and all that type of thing, and RV parks, and mobile home parks, and fix and flips, and just, I mean, we've done a little bit of everything. You need to start looking at it, and there's no limits on it. It's just, where is your mind going to take you, and get creative. That's why we love that creative group.
That, and just because you're in a season of one thing now doesn't mean it won't change later, or you'll find something more intriguing this is more my style, and that could change over time and stuff like that. So there is a lot of opportunity, and you can focus on one item, one thing. Maybe it's, I don't know, clean and sober houses, and then it might evolve into data centers or aviation communities or mobile home parks, or maybe vice versa, or maybe you will stay in the same lane, but it just can evolve. And there's so much vastness of what's available out there to evolve to you that it really truly is, especially when you're in a community like this. You hear more things, you're watching other people being successful in different areas, and then that opens your eyes to see, oh, I don't have to just buy a single home. I get to do this and this and this too.
Yep. Just getting educated. If you don't have any information or don't know where to start, a lot of people start with just wholesaling and start simple. You buy a house and house hack it, or and then buy another one. And that one. Yeah.
Bird dog for somebody. Find properties for them. Whatever they're looking for. What are you looking for?
Bird dog.
Mobile home parks. Yep. You want to get paid for it. Yeah. It's really helpful.
Yeah. And people will pay you for that just because
and
they don't have
learn.
That. Yeah. So just get out there and do your research, and maybe we'll get to meet you one day, and we'll see what happens, right, Monique?
Absolutely. I'm so glad that we got to do this today, Donda.
I know. I'm so glad that
I don't get to catch up very much anymore.
I know. I miss you.
I'm so glad I got to hear about what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, you too. It's really going. I mean, because people talk about stuff, but actually to have a vision like that and actually have the right people lining up, that it's happening for you.
Falling into place. Especially when it falls into place, that means it's right. You're in the right place.
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah.
Well, hi in Scotland, UK, Jay. What was it? We got people from all over the place here.
Yeah, we do. We must be getting the UK people this week.
Right? All right. Well, you guys reach out. We're here every Thursday. And Monique, how can they find? I just reach out to you at Monique Fell at.
Yes, Monique Fell at Gmail. It's kind of hard to reach me there because I get so many emails sometimes. I've got a website that's, my business website, premierwaterremoval.com. And of course, I'm on Instagram, but I don't check those messages as often as I should. But certainly can, Facebook is probably the best way to get me. Yeah, that's probably the best. Yeah.
All right, sounds great.
Monique Fell.
Monique Fell, Facebook.
And what about you, Donda? You're help me, Donda.
Help me, Donda. Instagram, I'm not as good as I should be there either. So, but yeah. But yeah, I definitely get those, and so I'll stay attention. It's like emails, Instagram, and it's like your phone text, and it does get busy. Crazy. So I do need to create myself a chat. We need to have somebody come in and teach us how to create a chat bot to be our assistant. I would love for that.
I love that. We should definitely do that.
We should.
Bye, darling.
Bye. Hi, JJ. Thanks for subscribing. We'll be here next week, and we look forward to talking to you guys. And I'm not sure who our guest is next week, but maybe
it will be you.
Yeah, it could be you. All right, guys. Good night.
Good night.
You still there?